We are going live to talk about simplification, about adding a little bit more structure to your life. And I know sometimes structure feels a little bit heavy. You worry that there's going to be a lot of pressure to get it right. But we're talking more about just a simple way to move forward without all that pressure, using structure in a way that is more open ended. So it's really not about getting organized or trying to figure out everything all at the same time. It's about finding a simple structure that really supports you on the day to day. So, a simple structure, especially in the areas where you feel like things are all over the place or not where you want them to be right now, or something like that. And so, we're going to talk about how to utilize structure in a way that doesn't mean you have to fix everything. It just means you're getting a little bit more of a routine or a rhythm down. So before we get started, let's do a little bit of grounding. And if you can, I want you to take a deep breath in. Today I'm using Citrus Bliss. It is a refreshing blend of oils. And citrus oils are really kind of known for their uplifting effect on your mood and your mental clarity. And they can really help you move out of, feeling like you're stuck or feeling a little heavy. They can really help you feel more open and maybe with a more flexible mindset. I mean, really, I wish you could smell it. It smells good. And who doesn't want to have a more flexible mindset? Everybody's a lot happier when you can be a little bit more flexible. I want you to think that you don't have to have everything figured out. You just need the next step. That's it. So let's take a few deep breaths. And if you have your oil, use it. If you feel comforted by putting your hand on your heart, or maybe you have your cup of tea there and you want to take a few sips and just breathe in. I have a special blend I like, the Constant Comment tea. I love that stuff. And it is a good time to anchor in when you're sipping that stuff. It smells good. So just give me a couple of breaths. Now that you've had a chance to do some deep breathing, maybe get out your tea, your essential oils, let's do a clarity scan. I like to call this one a clarity and structure scan. So we're going to I'm going to present you with three questions, make it easy for you. And I invite you to reflect in whatever way works well for you. You can make comments about it in the chat if you want to. You can write it down in your journal or just think it through in your head, or maybe even take your phone and turn on your notes and talk right into there to answer these questions. The first one is, what feels like too much? Too much right now. Think about it. Last week, heading into this week, is there something that's weighing heavy on you and it just feels like too much? Too much right now. Think about it, write it down. This next question, is where are you trying to do everything at once? You're spinning, maybe trying to do a lot of different things at once, trying to feel like you're, not falling behind. Can you really pinpoint, um, put your finger on it? Where you've been trying to do everything at once lately? Hmm. I know what happens when I feel like I'm trying to do everything at once. I get anxious. My anxiety kicks in, and then I get a little bit cranky. Um, so just think about where it is that you are trying to do too much in a day. You've got yourself really piled up with responsibilities and tasks and goals and aspirations. And just think about maybe one area where it's just feeling like you're trying to do too much, everything at one time. And then the last question is, what is one area that's been bugging you? So, what is one area where just a little bit of structure could help you just breathe easier? And you might not even know what that structure is, but what is an area in your life where you feel like if you could just have a little bit of structure, a little bit of a rhythm going, you would be able to breathe easier. Think about it, write it in the chat. You can also message me if you want to. I'm definitely open to that. And I want you to think about it and just sit with it for a minute. The three questions again are, what feels like it's too much for you right now? Too much. Think about where you're trying to do everything at once. You're not giving yourself time to breathe, to decompress. You're just going nonstop. And then one area where a little bit of structure would really help. One area where maybe it's where you're finding it difficult to figure out what that piece might look like for you and what would happen if you could figure it out. You know, what would help you breathe a little bit easier? And like I said, we don't have the answers right now. Um, we're just noticing where something is standing out that's just, it's not quite where it needs to be, and you know it. And we're talking about structure, and sometimes when we think of structure, putting structure into something, we think about pressure. We think about that means putting structure into it, doing it a specific way, and you feel pressured to do it that way no matter what. But the structure that I'm talking about in today's spotlight session is really talking about structure that's a little bit more open-ended than that, because structure isn't meant to control your life, at least the kind of structure we're talking about right now. It is meant to support your energy. So think about that. A little bit of structure, a little rhythm, a little routine that is meant to support your energy. What would that feel like? It would definitely help you breathe a little bit easier. A simple structure, not to add pressure, but to remove decision fatigue. And often that's what causes us to feel out of sorts, to feel stuck, to feel in a place where we're just we can't seem to get it all together is because we're suffering from decision fatigue. There's just so much going on. So the reframe would be for us to think about one thing that we can do to simplify this week, to make whatever that issue is that you're concerned about, something that comes to mind. How can you make it a little more simple this week? It might be something really heavy, and you think, yeah, there's no simple solutions. And I can relate to that. But there are always opportunities to make it feel a little lighter. And that's what we're talking about today. Learning the importance of simplifying. When things are feeling super heavy, out of sorts, uh, un, unobtainable, think of a way to simplify it. And in order to integrate that into your life, into this coming week, not from here on out, but just this week, I want you to complete this sentence, fill in the blank, and then write it down somewhere. Put it on your mirror, put it on your wallet, whatever it might be, on your laptop. And I want you to keep it somewhere visible. And here it is. This week, I'm keeping it simple by, and then fill in the blank. How are you keeping it simple? Moving forward this week, what is it that you're going to do that's going to help it be a little bit more simple? Is it just one priority? Is it maybe an anchor moment that you want to put in consistently, like maybe your essential oil before a difficult task? Or maybe it's just a small rhythm of some type that you have enjoyed in the past and you just haven't had time to do it lately. You haven't taken the time to do it lately. Maybe that's something you can do this week that'll make life feel a little bit easier for you. And also, I do have a simple 7-day plan that I can share with you that helps you just take 7 days, a few minutes each day, to sort out what it is that's going to help you simplify your life. And if you're interested, let me know. You can type 7-day in the comments and I'll make sure you get that. So let's think about what we just talked about, maybe what you wrote down. And if this kind of steady, simple structure, open-ended, but yet supportive of your energy, if this is something that you have really been craving, then that is what we do in the Self Expansion Unlocked program. And we go deeper into it. And I am going to be hosting my annual Self Expansion Unlocked program, my spring cohort at the end of April. And we're going to start. It's really an opportunity to fully immerse yourself and explore what I'm talking about in these spotlight sessions every week. How to really simplify structure in a way that it's going to fit into your life. Some steady emotional grounding practices that we utilize every single week, and really just a personalized plan for you to move forward. Maybe you've just been on the fence for a long time And you want to dig in deeper and once and for all figure out how you can expand your thinking in a way that is going to make your life feel a lot more simple. And the doors open for the spring cohort April 21st. And then we're going to begin around the 27th of April. But until then, I have a wait list and I will put the link down below for you to sign up to be on the wait list. And that way, you're not signing up for the program, you're just signing up to get more details and to be in the loop when things start winding up for the doors to open. And also for anyone who does sign up for the wait list, get on their wait list ahead of time, I am offering 4 bonus one-on-one sessions during the program. So it's a group program. We get together each week in a small group, 8 people or less. And but for those of you who sign up early on the wait list, then you get 4 bonus one-on-one sessions when we're going through that program. So you don't have to feel like you need to rush out right now and make a decision. I want you to just notice for this coming week something that will make your life a little bit lighter and that will help guide your week in a way that feels more comfortable, more simple. And, you know, I would love for you to consider getting on the wait list and learning more about the self-expansion program. But at any rate, right now, all you need to do is think about one little rhythm or system that you can put in place, one little structure that you can put in place that will help you simplify something that's been really, really heavy in your life. So I hope this has inspired you in some way to think about it and to figure it out. And if you need a little help figuring it out, let's get together. Let's talk about it. Get on the wait list and learn more about it. So thank you for joining me for this live. And if you're watching from YouTube and you're catching the replay, hello, welcome. Feel free to subscribe if you'd like to get more these coming into your feed every Monday, our spotlight sessions on areas of growth for those of us who are maybe in big life transitions and we need a little bit of a breather. And that's what these spotlight sessions are for you. All right, we will talk to you guys next time. Bye bye.